Life Center Network, your gateway to possibility. Hello, friends. This is Life Center Network, your gateway to possibilities. It's another episode of the program Candid Conversations. I am your host, Ekemini Mildred Okuri. Today on the program, we would be discussing the topic, can abortion be considered an easy way out? Can abortions be considered an easy way out? With me in the studio to discuss or to have the conversation around this topic are two beautiful ladies. And on my left I have
Famokuma Maigbe.
And on my right I have
Caroline Alfred.
Welcome to the program, ladies.
Thank you.
So today we are discussing the topic, can abortion be considered an easy way out? The abortion we are referring to here has to do with the termination of pregnancy, termination of life growing in the womb. As Christians that we are, by virtue of our religion, sometimes we are often confused if probably as teenagers or probably as an adult who is going through life-threatening, probably disease or ailment, and then you conceive. We are confused if we should toe the path of abortion or we should just ignore the consequences or the problems that may be surrounding this scenario or situation and take on the pregnancy to full term. So let's discuss. What do you think? Do you think abortion is really a thing? Do you think it is an easy way out, or is wrong to consider abortion and all lives are precious, and then we should carry the pregnancy to full term? Let's start with you.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to say it the way it should be said, without beating about the bush and without being sentimental. Abortion is not the easy way out. It shouldn't even be a way out. Why do I say this? You know, the Bible talks about love. It said, do not awaken love when it is not ripe, when it is not ready, when it's not time. And for every action, right, there are consequences.
Yeah, definitely.
And if as a teenager or even as an adult, because we have adults too who get involved in some premarital relationships. In fact, interestingly, some are even married and yet they conceive and they want to. Yes. So if you have taken that action, if you have decided to meet with a man and then you conceive, the best is not to terminate it, because God is even interested in that life.
Okay.
You know, because the Bible says in Jeremiah, it said, before you were formed in your mother's womb, I knew thee.
Oh, yes.
So that's to tell you that God is interested in that fetus growing inside of you.
Okay.
So no, abortion shouldn't be a way out. I know that there may be challenges, it could be difficult, but I mean, it shouldn't be.
Okay, Auntie Famo.
Okay, I want to add that if you're thinking of abortion as an option, you need to speak to people, seek advice. Maybe it has to do with life-threatening situation.
Okay.
But as the carrier of the baby, don't take the decision all alone. We have medical practitioners all around you. Don't go and meet the quack doctors or nurses that want to just get money from you.
Exactly.
They said, small picking, like, you know, if you carry this picking, come out and sharp before your mother even know.
True.
Seek counsel. We're Christians and we're teaching that in church, you must have somebody that you can easily run to or quickly run to. It might not just be your age mate, talking about the teenagers.
Yeah.
It might not just be your age. You can just go and confide in your teacher. But in this discussion, we also want to point out that our children should be close to their parents. Be close to your mother and be close to your father. If you're afraid of your mother, go and talk to your father. You cannot just be afraid of both parents.
Both of them,
It's not possible. There must be a friend you have at home.
Yes.
So talk to them.
Yeah, between the two of them.
I can give myself as an example. My children talk to me differently. and they know how I talk to them too. There is a way I look at my first daughter. She has already heard everything I've said.
Exactly. Even
But
without
my
talking.
second daughter, you have to say it out. She is the male in my house. I have 3 girls. She is the male in the house. If you look at her with one kind of eye, she'll say, "Mommy,
Why are you looking at me
is
like
anything
that?
wrong with your eyes?" Abi, is it my last daughter that wants you to spell out the instructions? So you need to be close to them. There are things that if they discuss with their father, I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's when we have family time out that we lie on the bed and we're gisting. Remember that day now? They'll start giving you such information. So be close to your parents, either parents, but talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Because in some situation, abortion could actually be a way out.
True.
Like we said, if it is life-threatening.
Threatening,
But don't take
Yeah,
the
I'm coming
decision.
there. Yeah.
Don't take the decision on your own that you want to take up.
Okay, so I want to paint 2 scenarios. We have all agreed that abortion should not be considered, that it is definitely not the easy way out. Okay, so let me paint 2 scenarios. One, a teenager who was raped, probably gang raped, and then she does not know the next step to take, and then she's pregnant or she falls pregnant, and then she's confused and does not know what to do. And then an elderly woman who has probably breast cancer, because I know that there are certain ailments that you have that pregnancy is not encouraged. So you have breast cancer, and then along the line you conceive and then you get pregnant. These 2 persons, are we trying to say that neither of them should commit abortion or should take on or consider abortion, especially for the woman who is elderly and then she's already going through problems with the breast cancer that she's having, and knowing that cancer and pregnancy don't go together? So we should also say that abortion is not considered here.
Okay, well, like she said earlier, we talked about life-threatening situations. So when it has to do with a life-threatening situation, you can consider abortion, because if you do not take out that baby, of course, the life of the person who is carrying the child would be hampered. So in that scenario, you can, opt for an abortion.
But for the teenager,
For the
that was
teenager,
raped.
okay, I quite
Yes,
understand.
Yes,
I quite of course it's very pathetic. Nobody envisaged that, So in that case too, I'll try not to be, because if I allow sentiments, I'll say,
Yeah,
oh, you should let the teenager abort. But the truth is that, though difficult,
Yeah. Very
The-
difficult to swallow.
yes, very just to let it be. In law, there's what we call mens rea and actus reus.
Okay.
Now, the mens rea is the intention.
Okay.
Then the actus reus is the action.
Okay.
So from this situation, you can see that there was no intention of the girl
To fall
to
pregnant.
to be pregnant or to involve in extra and it has come. The best thing is to talk to God. God, see, I didn't bring this upon myself, and God knows how to take shame away from such people. Because they are not promiscuous, it just happened. And so even God knows that, look, this is my child, I should compensate you for this thing. And before you know, the child could be someone great.
Okay.
Yeah, so
All right, Auntie Fama, I want you to talk about something very different. How about the stigmas that I want you to talk about the stigmas that, okay, yeah, we've said, and then it is a rule as Christians, abortion is a no-no. The stigmas or the stigma that follows the people. For example, a single girl, she got pregnant when she was a teenager, and then she has a child, and then she grows up. The stigma that follows that child. Well, if you have a story, please do. You can share with us, please.
Okay. Let me even share my story at this point. I have a grandchild already because my daughter became pregnant as a teenager.
Oh.
Now, because you mentioned the word stigma, there was so much. We're leaders in church. Our father is a pastor. I'm a deaconess. So I sing in the choir. So it was tough. If you talk about stigma, in fact, I suspended myself from church.
Oh, wow.
But
That's
in
not
that,
to you as the mother, not
as
even the child.
the child.
Oh my.
So the situation you find yourself as, even the carrier first, that talks about the stigma, You need people around you to
Yeah.
keep you going.
Yes.
Because from the beginning of this discussion, we said every child, every life
It's
is
important.
precious to God, as in
Yeah.
precious. You know, when you think of people looking for children
Exactly.
and then one is formed and you want
You
to
want
terminate it,
Yeah.
I'm sure even the angels in heaven, they want to catch that baby. They want it. They want to even transfer it to people that are
someone
looking
who
for.
Yeah.
So when you talk about stigma, it's there and it will always be there. But it's what happens with that stigma. How do you as the carrier handle it?
Yeah.
And people around you, how do you handle it? So for us, what did we do? Like I said, I suspended myself. It was difficult to stand on the altar because I told myself, what am I doing here when I can't even, like, let me say, use the word control or watch over my child? And then I was also teaching children, youths. They were
And
some,
they would point
some
fingers.
girls were even asking me, Auntie Famo, did that really happen? They were actually confronting me
Yeah.
in church. I had text messages from people telling me I give suspension to people,
Oh.
and then my child is doing this. It was
Very
tough.
difficult time. That must
I
have
was
been a
I
very
was I,
difficult
I was
time.
virtually living out of myself. I couldn't sit in church. But thank God for the environment we found ourselves.
Yeah.
Our sweet dear pastor held me. In fact, I don't know what word of encouragement he said to me that blew me up. In my own life as a child growing up, it happened to my elder sister, and my father threw her away. So in the office, I just remember that, Farmer, don't throw your child away. Immediately I remember that, I was enlightened. I forgot that she was pregnant. In fact, the annoying part was that I didn't know her. I didn't see her pregnant. I was only called that your daughter has given birth to a child.
Whoa.
Yeah, because she was out, she wasn't schooling here.
Wow.
So I told them, you must be stupid, you're lying. I said all that. I said I want to talk to my daughter myself. It was tough. So it was not pregnancy I saw, it was child I saw.
Yeah.
So it was a different scenario. And then, but all the words of encouragement from people around kept
Yeah.
me going. The stigma was there. People pointed fingers at us. It was difficult to stand on the altar. But with all the words of encouragement, we stood out. Do you know, after that time, people were coming to even ask me, I wish I can be pregnant and have a child. You see, suspension and have it. I'm not even married. It turned out to be a lesson. It turned out to be a lesson. I don't know who she spoke with. That discussion, we've never had it till today. I don't know who she spoke with and how she survived it. But she was away. And the funny thing was that nobody knew her to be pregnant. She's big like me. She was just big. In fact, we just saw her as growing. And the funny thing was, they did a test in school. They didn't see anything. They just said it was a mass and something. Funny thing, she was seeing her period.
Wow.
So nobody even knew she was pregnant. So it was even difficult for her. She didn't know when. She finished singing even in church and went and had it. In short, I wait every time I tell her this gist, I said, you know, God loves you like David, because the baby walked out. She never pushed it. It was in the hostel. The baby just walked. I said, because God knows you cannot even push it. So it's better that you collect the baby very well than you destroying the baby and yourself. So stigma will be there. People will laugh.
Yeah.
But today it's turned out to be a testimony.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say, that in this time of pregnancy, you need people around you to keep you going.
Yeah.
That's it. The stigma
So
will definitely
practical
be there.
steps that will be taken against stigma is finding people that are
You can talk with,
encouraging and then you can talk with to be by your side at that
Exactly.
point in time. Oh, okay. All right. You've heard it all. Abortion is a no-no and it is not an easy way out. Auntie Famo here has bravely shared her experience with us. The stigma will be there, but find people who would share words of encouragement with you. Let us go on this short break, and then when we are back, Candid Conversations continue. Please stay tuned. Hello viewers, welcome back from the short break. It's still Life Center Network, your gateway to possibilities, and the topic we're discussing on the program today is can abortion be considered an easy way out? Before we went on the break, in case you're just joining us, we established the fact that abortion is a no-no, and that as Christians, we should not even consider it an option. Coming back to the program now, we would be discussing, sometimes people still ignore the fact that abortion is risky, and they still want
Up for
to
it.
go for it, and then probably just try their luck to say, oh,
Yeah.
okay, no, I really cannot stand
Keep
what
this.
is going to happen to me, or what my friends are going to say, or the shame that is going to be on me. Or some of them even tell themselves, I cannot take care of the child at this point in my life, and then they opt for abortion. Let us discuss the challenges to abortion, or of abortion. So what are the challenges that might possibly happen when people opt for abortion?
Okay, there are lots of risks involved. Some people end up losing their wombs as
Yeah.
a result of abortion.
Yeah.
Some end up losing their
Their
lives,
lives,
too,
yeah.
as a result of abortion and other complications. So the risks are just too numerous.
Oh, okay, so Auntie Famo, do you have any idea if there is safe and unsafe abortion?
Well, I can't really say if there is any safe or unsafe abortion. It depends on where you do it and who does it.
For you? Because
Like I
I've
said-
even had situations where people discuss and they've had 17, 20,
My dear,
and they still
24,
have
and-
children at the end of the
Yeah,
day.
so
Wow.
so being safe is, as I said, depending on who does it. And then, like, if you talk to we're not medical practitioners, but you ask them, they will tell you the number of months a pregnancy can be before you can actually carry out an abortion. And at that time, they will also advise if it is safe or unsafe. Sometimes the carriers, they don't want to hear anything. I
Yes.
beg, just remove this thing. I can't
Some
take it.
6 months gone, 7
They are still
months,
trying
they still
to do it.
want
Why
to do
wait
it.
till 7 months before you actually now think of? I mean, that's a grown baby already.
No,
Can respond to stimuli
But
and all of that.
sometimes it's this decision. They're afraid. Should I
And
not?
it had to take you 7 months to make the decision.
It's tough. As the time is going, things are changing. Maybe at the beginning you thought you could keep it, you could manage it. Maybe you even have family members who were supportive at the time.
Yeah.
And at the point you say, can you even imagine this embarrassment? I can't take this anymore. So the girl was like, oh, instead of me bringing shame to my family, let me just do this, whatever.
Okay, so let's talk about support and our society. We are we see a society where people or children, most especially teenagers, get pregnant, and then their parents are disowning them, sending them packing, throwing them out of the house and all whatnot. And then these children run. Most of them even run from fry pan to fire, from a bad situation to a worse condition.
Don't worry, let me give you a gist.
Okay. Auntie
I,
Famo always has
I
this
told
for
you
us.
when it happened to me, I heard so much. Now, there is a woman whose daughter got pregnant. It was after the death we got to know that was her only child.
Death. The child actually died.
Calm down, both died.
Wow.
People told the woman, how could you allow your daughter to be pregnant? Chase her away. She can't bring shame to this family. And she listened to them and chased her daughter away. And then the daughter, not knowing whither, like the Bible says, to go. You are whither thou goest. She was to go to the boy's house, like the mother chased her, go and meet the person who impregnated you. And unfortunately, the boy didn't have money to even take care of her. The so-called antenatal. And then we heard her leg was swollen until the girl died. Now the girl died, the baby also died in the womb. Now this woman started crying and regretting. I have lost 2 that I should have had. Generally, people will always come back to you. The support. People might not be there to support you. But you see, we are Christians. You need to first help yourself.
Exactly.
Where we worship, our pastor always tells us, if you cannot carry yourself, even a crane
Cannot
carry
you.
you.
You don't see yourself rising.
rising.
The biggest crane
the
cannot
first
carry
thing
you.
you need to tell yourself is, like for the case of my daughter, I have done this thing. I have sinned against God. What option? Like I was giving us a gist. She had option of even committing suicide, but there are people around her that helped her to stand. They kept watch over her. They did several things. So people were talking to her. People were loving her the more. People were giving her things to make her forget about her situation. And now, that she had friends. They were pregos. A lot of people left her. And I don't know what parents of those girls also told her. Maybe they would have told her, don't follow that
yes,
girl.
because
She's a bad influence.
Yes.
Before you go and carry pregnancy like
one
her.
bad egg. Yeah,
One bad egg.
Yes.
So fine. She had a lot of friends that left her. There were people that even came closer to her because they were even imagining, how did you survive? How did you carry pregnancy? Her own situation was different because she didn't even know what they call antenatal. In fact, when I called her, I said, did you? She said, Mommy, no, I didn't plan this. And I didn't even know where to go to and what to do. And she was keeping it. So she just lived like that. Like I said, I told her God loves you like David because you fall 7 times and he still lifts you up. He just loves her. You will see her, you never even know that she has even carried one pregnancy. Talk of to have 2. But God kept her. The support system around her is what kept her. So for us, if you find somebody in a situation like that, what do you do? That is the thing. Sometimes we kill our people even before they are dead.
Exactly.
So we should be able to call them, cancel them. Like we said, abortion is not an option. So don't even encourage it. You could give them the circumstance. Someone will tell you that, my friend has had 10, 15, nothing happened to her. You will tell her you're not the same.
Exactly.
You're not the same. It's your own. If you try it, maybe
You might
just die at once. So you keep it. But in the keeping, you need people around. The support system.
Yeah, so outside the normal support systems that we build for ourselves from family, church, and then friends around us, are there support groups like governmental support
like the
groups
feeder, you mean the women?
that has been set up that these teenagers, so that in case you lack it at home,
you can
do
have
not
somewhere
have
can
it
run.
yes, so you have somewhere that this is actually or a place that has been institutionalized where you can run to. Do we have such support groups?
Yes, actually, for River State,
Okay.
we have Ministry of Social Welfare.
Okay.
They take care of things like this. Teenagers, people who, have fallen into this kind of situation and don't know what to do.
Okay.
They have a center where they rehabilitate them,
Okay.
try to encourage them, and then reintegrate them into the society. We also have FIDA. FIDA also does a lot of these works. I've seen lots of teenagers who got pregnant and didn't know what to do, and FIDA took them and has been helping them. So yes, we do have such structures.
All right, Auntie Famo, do you have any other thing to tell us?
Okay. Like I've been sharing, if you have a daughter, you have a niece, you have a friend or any young person around you that have this situation of being pregnant before marriage, please don't just throw the child away. Don't push the child away. Talk with that girl. She needs more love. If she was not raped, it could be that it was just a trial. These days, people just ask, have you had sex? If you have not had sex, you are not a human being.
True.
That's what they gist among them. Say, let me even try. My mommy said I shouldn't have sex. I will try it. What is this thing, Seth? And like my situation, I talked to the guy. I said, is it not just once? How could you be pregnant? I said, you should have it 10 times first. We are very fertile. I can even tell myself that as a mother, I can be pregnant 15 times in 1 month because that is how we have been created to be. So if you have a child in that situation, please hold the child, love the child, give her more love. If there's anything like more love than God can give that child more love, and let the person know that I have sinned does not mean my whole life is wasted. In fact, some of my sister-in-laws told me to stop paying her fees because she's pregnant. I said no. If God stands here and tell you the sins you have committed, I'm sure that one is even small. So please, let's not throw away our girls. Don't throw the baby with the bath water.
Yeah.
So that's my advice for everybody sitting.
Okay. You've heard it from our conversations. You've heard it all. And just like Caroline Alfred said, you cannot throw the baby and the bath water away. We have established that as Christians, abortion is a no-no. I am overemphasizing so that in case you sit in your closet, you would always hear my voice re-echoing that, or you have somebody who is in that condition, abortion is a no-no. Do not venture into it. Abortion
is a no-no.
do not even consider it. Or even if it was a rape case, God turns our ashes for beauty.
Yeah.
He makes everything beautiful from every ugly situation.
Yes,
you
can
do
say
not
that
know
again.
if that child tomorrow would become something that the world would turn and look at, if not for this child.
Yeah.
You do not know what God would use that child that you may want to have aborted out to do for the generation. You've heard it from our conversation today. And then if you fall pregnant or you have somebody who is pregnant out of wedlock, find support groups.
Yeah.
Either from the family, from the church, from your friends. Or if you do not have any of this, you can run to the one that the government has set up for such situations.
Yes.
I'm sure that my guests have parting words before we go. Can you say something to add to buttress the fact that abortion is not a safe way?
Okay, I would just say that prevention is better than cure.
Yeah.
If you know that you would not deal with pregnancy and you would want to make abortion an option, then do not get involved in sexual immorality. Thank you.
All right, Auntie Famo, your parting words.
We've established the fact that abortion is a no-no. I have a family member who was to be aborted. In fact, when the mother was pregnant, the father told her, remove that pregnancy. Don't near me with that child. Today, that child was not aborted. It's a polygamous home. Amongst all his children, that child is the only one that is married today.
Oh.
She's married, she has given him a grandson. Like you said, you don't know the future of any child.
Yeah.
So please, abortion, it's a no-no.
No, it's a no-no.
No,
Myself
no.
and the panelists say it's a
No.
All right, that's it on the program Candid Conversations today. Please remember to go on all our social media platforms, Candid Conversation Life Center Network. Let's continue the conversation there. Tell us what you think. Do you think abortion is an easy way out? But we've established that abortion is a no-no anyway. All right, I remain your host, Ekemini Mildred Okure. See you in another episode of Candid Conversation. Eat bye-bye from us in the studio.
Bye.
Next on Candid Conversations.
Okay, so the topic is relationship deal breakers.
As a man and you're with a woman and then you pass and 4 of your friends just like because they feel like they can talk to your girlfriend till 1 a.m. They can hug your girlfriend, full hug. No.
But what is wrong with a hug?
Next on Candid Conversations.